I'm ready for more.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Joseph. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 26, check 26. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Slam, slam, slam.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
On 1st and 10, Joseph. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 1st down, Joseph. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Joseph. This will be caught by Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean,
and it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A huge play there for Chicago.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Callahan escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a give, right side. Barry. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Joseph throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barry. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Joseph. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barry. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
First down and more, ETN. Touchdown, Chicago! Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Throwing on first down. Joseph looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Joseph flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
On 4th down, Joseph. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it.
Oh, wide open, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration, because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A as the first half is winding down. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even. But it's second down. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Joseph rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Joseph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Bears open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, Joseph. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Joseph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Now this time he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Callahan. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Micah Parsons, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And this is caught. It's Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. It's our field.
On 3rd down, Joseph. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll keep it on the ground. Barry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Back to throw. Joseph. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 2nd down, it's Barry. Space to run past the 20, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll keep it on the ground. Barry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw.
And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They get this out left, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Looking to throw on second down. Joseph, left side here. That's the tight end Fan. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Joseph. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's got room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on a catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing on first down, Joseph. This is the tight end Fan. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it.
And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allow